CZ was founded in 1919 in the Czech Republic. They were making inexpensive firearms at the time, notably pistols, before moving into other sorts of firearms such as machine guns and other semi-automatic rifles. And alongside this came bolt actions. And over time, they manufactured quite a lot of different weapons, quite a lot of different firearms, and they became quite proficient in doing this. And therefore, as we know today, in Europe specifically, some in America might know it, you get CZ, known for quality and affordable bolt action rifles. Now today I have the CZ 452 ZKE variant, and mine is from 2007, that's when it's been proof stamped. Now, I have recently reviewed the BRNO Model 2, which actually was before the CZ 452. It's based off of the same rifle, just with some minor changes. And even though I've done a review on this gun before, today I'm going to be reviewing my own CZ 452. And I'm going to compare its performance to the CZ BRNO Model 2 and the differences alongside those. But first, we need to get to know the CZ 452 ZKE, and that's why I'm going to run through some tech specs. Now the CZ ZKE is chambered in 2.2 long rifle with a synthetic body and an elevated cheek rest. Alongside this, it has sling mounts. It has a 20.5 inch carbon steel barrel. However, the newer variants towards 2017 were actually hand forged. It has a 1/2 inch by 20 muzzle thread for any moderator attachments you might have. And it has an 11mm dovetail rail for mounting telescopic optical sights. Alongside this, it has an adjustable trigger mechanism and a 5-round plastic magazine supplied. Bigger magazines are available, however. If you would like to have a 10, 15 or even 20 round, they are available. The bolt itself has a 90-degree range of motion, so it's quite a lot of motion in the bolt there, which we'll come into later. And it has a safety catch behind the bolt. Now, bolt actions are quite safe, knowing that there's nothing in the chamber and the bolt is open, it can't fire. However, there is a safety catch and you can remove the bolt for extra peace of mind when transporting the rifle. Now, the gun itself weighs in about 2.3 kilograms, and this varies on variant. Obviously today I'm looking at the 20.5 inch barrel ZKE, and that is without a scope. And this gun cost me £199 here in the UK, and in USD that's about 230. Now, unlike some of the other reviews on this channel and first impressions, I actually have this rifle here right with me now. Now, just for the purposes of the video, the chamber is empty and I'm going to be removing the magazine, so this gun is safe. Now, the magazine here, it's a plastic 5-round magazine. Now, when compared to the CZ BRNO Model 2, that was a metal magazine. Now, some people may think that is a difference in quality, considering this is plastic and the previous one was metal. I personally don't have any issues with it, and I've shot a couple hundred rounds through this right now, and this is already had shots before I owned it. I've had no issues with feeding or feeling the quality of the magazine was compromised. I actually think it's a really nice, snug fit for the rifle. Now, the bolt for me about this rifle, it feels a little bit stiff, and that might just be because the previous gun I've used, the BRNO Model 2, has been used a lot more and over time become a lot more self-lubricated almost, and much easier to slot into place. However, this bolt is much more than adequate and works pretty nicely. Just have to put a little bit of force into it. Now, what I like about the rifle is it's relatively lightweight, it's comfortable to hold, and it's just sleek. It's an all-black synthetic design, it's nice to look at, it's very basic, there's nothing really to be horrified at. Alongside this, and this also goes for the Model 2 I mentioned previously, the accuracy on these rifles are really, really good. Now, at 25 meters, you get rounds through the same hole very easily. In 50 meters, extremely narrow groupings. Now, I've only shot this up to 100 meters in bench rest, and I've got 1.5 inch groupings with an 80-pound sight. For USD, that's about 90 USD. So this telescopic sight I've got on here is a Hawk Vantage, and I've managed to get 1.5 inch groupings, and I'm not a good shot by any means, but if you can do it with a low quality, well, budget, I shall say, a budget quality optic, then that's saying something about the gun itself. And if you're a good shooter with a good optic, I have no doubt you can get those groupings 1 inch and less consistently, depending on weather conditions. Now, another thing I really like about the 4.52, it's extremely high quality and easy to maintain. It's nice and easy to remove the bolt, strip down, ram a cleaning rod through the tube and oil it up or however you need to do it. It's really, really simple, and that's what's great about it. Now that's what's good about it. Now when it comes to the downsides, as I've already mentioned, it is just that bolt, and I'm going to go to it now, is you need high rising optic mounts like I've got in here. There's quite a big gap between the optic and the bolt, and that's because when the bolt opens, it almost interferes with the actual optic on it itself, and if you've got quite a large optic on there, there's a good chance, and you've only got mid or low risers, the bolt's going to hit the optic. Obviously you don't want that, you might damage your optic and you won't be able to cycle the gun properly, will you? So high rising optic mounts, very preferred for this rifle. Other than that, I've had no issues with it so far, and I continue to hope it stays that way, as I absolutely love this rifle. Now that was a brief review on the CZ452 ZKE edition. Now if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll put the tech specs that I've read out to you in the description for you to read if you want to go back over them instead of watching the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you around.